Welcome, viewer, to today's show. This show is Youth at the Crossroad. Today we talk about on a topic, relationship. Youth are human being, and human being are social being. A social being should relate with anything. The question is, once people fall into relationship, some relationship end up breaking one's life. Therefore, in today's shows, we talk about relationship. And we have able men who are going to help us unpack this issue of relationship. And they are going to tell us how are we supposed to relate and how are we not going to relate. On the far end, we have Reverend Richard.
Yes, welcome viewers.
And we have Mishek. Reverend Richard is a parish priest, and we have Mishek, who is a journalist and a theologian.
Welcome, viewers.
And we have the voice from the young people today. We have Timon.
How are you?
We have Grace Myrin Asefa.
Yeah, I'm fine.
And we have Kiama with us.
Hello, viewer.
Thank you so much. So we talk about relationship. And let me start with you, Reverend Richard.
Yes,
You have been in the youth department for a long time.
yes, it's true.
You know these people.
Yes,
When you're talking of relationship,
yes.
how can you define the word relationship?
Relationship is a way in which the two people connect and interrelate, either in a way of a friendship or sharing something between the two. Relationship can be into three levels. Level number one is on friendship level. Number two, relationship by blood. Number three, relationship by marriage. That's what we can try to define relationship.
You said it's between two people.
Yeah, between two people.
What if a that person comes in?
That person can come in, but a relationship, the most basic people to make it is two, not one person.
Two people are the basic.
Are the basic. But the third one can come the fourth one.
You
The
talked
basic is
about
two.
the
Yes.
relationship part one about friendship.
Yes.
Maybe unpack a bit about friendship.
Friendship is when two people come together, interrelating and exchanging either good or services. That's what we call friendship. The good and services might be bad things or good things.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think, do you have something to add, Mishek, about what is relationship?
Yes, I can say relationship is that two or more. It can be people or things that are connected together.
People or things.
Yeah.
Object.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Because relationship entails two or more things that are connected by the virtue of you are doing the same things in an agreement to come up with a certain result.
You want to say you can be in a relationship with an object.
Yeah.
Like this phone of mine.
Yeah, because it is yours. You relate together. And you use that phone to call a friend,
Okay.
to SMS, or even to do anything else with your phone. So you are related with the phone.
I'm related to the phone.
Yeah.
Let me come to our guest, the voice of the youth. When we talk about relationship in the youth circle, what do you encourage most? I see Grace smiling. When the youth talk of relationship,
Yeah.
what do they think about?
Obviously dating,
Uh-huh.
mostly.
Uh-huh.
Also friendship,
Okay.
but not really.
Huh?
But not really friendship, mostly, as our reverend have said. Mostly they talk of dating.
Dating.
Tuko na relationship.
When you talk
yes.
with you think about youth, they talk about relationship in dating.
Yes.
Do you agree, Timon?
Yeah, I agree.
Uh-huh. Do you agree? Okay. Continue, Timon.
For me, most of the youths, when they say relationship, they mean the connection between a lady and a man. They are dating.
Connection between a lady and a man.
Yeah.
That is what they really talk about relationship. Kema?
Yeah. Most of the youths, they interpret relationship by almost 80 or 86% by physical intimacy.
Physical intimacy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Thank you. You heard what the youth say. You people gave us your definition. But they have told us their take. Kaeni na hiyo yenu. What they need when they talk of relationship is intimacy, dating, eating, and going together. Let me now come to the second part of it.
Okay.
When these people are relating the way they are relating, is there a relationship which we can call unhealthy? Or are the relationship healthy?
Yeah. Yes, it is true. The definition given by youth is one of the major, bigger picture of the relationship. They have picked a particular type of relationship, which more suit to the youth. There can be unhealthy relationship,
Okay.
which of course, number one, we can try to pick a relationship like somebody who is trying to recruit you into drugs taking. That can be a bad relationship. Another one we can pick is somebody who is trying to initiate you to sexual intercourse before the time of marriage. That's another bad trait of relationship. I think now my brother Meshach here can add some more points to the definition of some unhealthy relationship.
relationship.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. I can say there is that healthy relationship and also unhealthy relationship. In this term, unhealthy relationship, like Reverend has said, you can be in a relationship, but the relationship that you are in, the person that you are relating with, is forcing you to do something that you feel is not right. But he or she is putting pressure to you to do something that he or she wants you to do so that he can or she can feel happy when you are doing the same. That is an unhealthy relationship because you are not doing it from your will. You are being forced. That is called being pressurized. You are told to do something that you don't feel that is good to do, but because you want to do that thing so that you may please your friend, you tend to do.
Okay.
For example, like the Reverend has said, you can be told or be indulged into drug abuse, and you feel it is not good. But because you don't want to break the relationship that you are in, you tend to do what you are told to do, knowing it is not right. Healthy relationship. When you are in healthy
Before
relationship,
we come to healthy relationship,
Yes.
we are still on unhealthy
unhealthy
relationship.
relationship. Yes.
And there is this saying
Yes.
that goes,
Yes.
show me your friends, and I will tell you your
characters.
character.
Yes. That unhealthy relationship also tends to the great picture of that is that you feel you want to do this. That's why I'm saying when you show me your friend, like for example, if I'm friend with Reverend, what he does, I'll tend to do something so that I may we may continue with the relationship that we are in. We don't want to break the relationship. So that's why I was saying you are being pressured to do something that you feel it's not right, but you want to keep the relationship.
It's true, DYO. Whatever my friend is saying is very true. You know, the Bible in the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse that 3 say, bad company ruin good moral.
Okay.
Relationship is something amoral. Something amoral is like electricity or water. You have to define where you want to use electricity. Electricity is good and it can be used for bad intention. A relationship is God created, but sometimes you can abuse the relationship. Now, the Bible says bad company ruin good moral. Sometimes you may work with the people who will initiate you into traits of bad relationship, which of course sometimes when a youth does something before he reaches or she reaches that time, it is corruption of what God has set the standard. So, for example, you may work with a group that is initiating you even to bad dress code. We can define that as an unhealthy relationship. You can work with youths who are initiating you to cut and orchards, some other extremist group with ideology, like what we call the Mongiki or other extremist group. That's an unhealthy type of relationship. You can work with the people who are initiating you into bashes which are promoting drugs abuse and also homosexual or sexual before the marriage. You are also adapting to bad relationship traits. Such a thing, definition of the bad relationship are what are entailed into many youth, most youth. They are in those bad company, and it is what we are defining here as bad relationship, bad unhealthy relationships.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to pick from where you said. There is a phrase that you said that
Yes.
relationships are good, but sometimes
Yes.
they can change your life.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Relationships are good, but if used negatively, they can affect you. Are you aware of some unhealthy relationship? Maybe this our guests have not mentioned. I see Kema is in deep thought.
Yeah, of course, there are some weird relationship. If you get into a relationship without purpose, you know, where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable.
So we are deriving the word purpose.
Yeah. if you understand what is in a relationship and what you are going to pursue in a relationship, then therefore you know exactly what you are going to do. But if you are lacking what, or you don't know what intent, or what intently about relationship is, therefore you are going to abuse, or you are going to experiment more and more.
Okay, let's hear from Grace. Grace, relationship without purpose.
Yes.
So, are our purpose good?
No.
Uh-huh. Why no?
As you said, apparently when you have, yeah, you can have a purpose, yes, but is it benefiting you? Is it altering you from doing what is right?
It may
Is
be
it-
you may benefit financially.
Yes.
You may benefit with approach.
Exactly. But is it the right way? Yes. Yes, if the purpose is not right, definitely it's not right.
Okay, Timon, talking of unhealthy relationship in the youth circle, what comes into your mind?
First, relationship among the youth, as we had said before, youth make it to look like the dating site. So if it's unhealthy, you find these people, they are staying together, they are living together. So when they are fighting day in, day out, they are not even married. Then you find they are doing sex before the marriage. Pregnancy can result up there, then divorce and abortion and all that. So that can lead to unhealthy relationship.
Thank you so much. You know what Timothy has said? He had gone a step ahead, mentioning some of the risk.
Yes.
And I want us to address the risk now in unhealthy relationship. What are these risks? So, let me start with Meshek.
Thank you. I can say in an unhealthy relationship, there is that virtue of being controlled. You are doing out of control. You cannot make decision on your own. Decisions are made by your partner. We want to do this, but you can't do it because you are feeling like you will do this and irritate your partner. So you are controlled. Another thing is there is pressure. There is pressure in unhealthy relationship. In this term that you need to do, you do things not out of your will, but out of your friend will.
Okay.
Then there is also mistrust.
There is also
Mistrust in unhealthy
in
relationship.
an unhealthy relationship.
Because you are not trusting your friend. You are doing it because he forced you to do, or she forced you to do what you never wanted to do. So you will kind of staying like you don't trust your friend. He's not trusting you. So you are in a beam balance. There is sometimes you are okay with your relationship, but sometimes you feel I'm doing this not out of my will, but out of friend's will. So there is that mistrust.
There is that mistrust,
Yes.
which comes in.
Yes.
You know, viewer, this is a talk that will continue and continue. We want to go for a break. And once we come back, we are going to resume on the issue of the risk, so that we can know about the risks which are there, and later on we will continue with the show. We go for a commercial break. We are coming back soon. Thank you. Welcome back, viewers. As we went through on a break, we were discussing on the issue of risk. But before then, we want to remind ourselves that we are living at a time when we need to be extra careful. Therefore, we encourage you to continue washing your hand, sanitize, and for those who are allowed Kirinyaga County, you can get these sanitizers and other accessories from By Faith Bookshop based at Kilgoya or Kutus. We encourage you. Remember, you can get it. I can get it. Mchungaji, when we went on our break, we were discussing about risk.
Yes.
Are you going to continue telling us what are the risks of unhealthy relationships?
Okay. Now, the risk of the unhealthy relationship, there are dozens and much more. We look at the sexual relationship in which youth are so very much attached. Now, to start with, number one, there is the risk of doing abortion. You are forced to abort because you are not ready to be a mother or to be a father. And another one is you become very guilty of what you have done. Maybe you aborted and you are not feeling very comfortable because ni kidonda kiko ndani yako. Then the third one is unaharibu uhusiano. That's you destroy the relationship between you and your God. You feel you have offended God. You have failed the one of the 10 commandments, thou shalt not kill. The other risk is losing trust with the people, parents, or even a group. You may be reading or institution, you lose trust with it. So those are some of the risks. The other one is dropping from the studies. Sometimes the lady may not be able to nurse the baby while still studying if they were in school. The other thing is the father now, who was not ready to become a father, is forced to take some task, or he himself also suffer from the same guilt. Now, those are some of the risks that come up with those unhealthy relationships, especially the sexual intercourse relationship. Another risk is contracting HIV or STI diseases at your very early age, even before you mature or do so many things in life. So you are at a greater risk of contracting those diseases if you are in those illicit relationships, which may affect your life very much.
Oh my. Do you people fear those risks? The left said there are a dozen.
Yeah,
Do you fear them?
exactly.
And why then are you involved in an unhealthy relationship if you fear them?
Okay, some you don't have to choose. Some of them you don't have to choose. You don't get to choose actually.
You are in a dilemma.
Oh, yeah, but if only we listen to what our reverends say, or our priests or our parents, mostly. Okay, there's another risk of, for example, the
Did
way
you hear
say-
what
the
you
way
talk
the-
about girls
Yeah,
dropping
yeah,
from school?
Yeah, for example, he talked of a blood relationship. For example, I have a bad relationship with my mom. So possibly, if she's counseling me the right way and she's giving me the right advices, apparently I might really lose her trust. Or most ladies, by the way, run away from home. You can go even live with that man. He can be beating you up every day because you really don't want to shame your mother. You really don't want to stay at home. There are some risks. Yeah, of course we fear them.
You're
as
talking about
girls, we are-
stigma.
Yeah, we are actually exposed to so much as ladies. Actually,
Okay,
as
let's hear
girls.
from Timon. Do you
Yeah.
fear this risk as men?
Yeah, we do. But sometimes, as she said, we don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
You have to live with them, and you have to accept them. You make them part of you.
You have to live with them
Yeah.
and make
Because-
them part of you.
Yeah.
The risk.
Yeah.
And I think you should also have added death. Because there's also the risk of death. Do you agree with me, Kiamba?
Yeah, I do agree.
There is the risk of death.
Yeah,
And do you fear death?
yeah, I fear death.
Eh.
Yeah.
And then why are you wanting to live in the risk of death?
Right now, we are young, and I think they say that our blood is warmer. And therefore, most of us as youths, we try to test the waters before we plunge deeper. So we want to know what happens if you do this. Though you know the risk, but you want to test the water before you plunge deeper.
You want to test the water.
Yeah.
Mishik, these people want to test the water. And as they have said, they have no choice. They have to live with the risk.
So the issue is curiosity here. The term is curiosity. You are so curious, you want to know what happens when I do this. But let me bring you back and tell you there is, Ecclesiastes says, there is time for everything. There is time for that. And as the term goes by curiosity, killed the cat. Why be curious now? You can wait and you can learn from the others. Learn from the examples. Because there are some others who did the same and they faced the consequences. Because every action has its consequences.
Okay.
Many youths are indulging themselves in unhealthy relationship because of that term they have called testing the waters. Don't test the waters. Run from the examples of the others. Because when you test the waters, some things are irreversible. Some actions cannot be reversed.
You cannot put a reverse gear.
Sure.
Mchungaji,
Yes.
you cannot put a reverse gear.
It is true.
But then there are those who are already in the unhealthy relationship. And they are longing to come out from it.
Yes.
How can you help them to build a healthy relationship?
Yeah. We cannot deny man is a relation being. Man like relating with each other. So we should provide a way in which they can develop healthy relationship. And this can be done by defining to our youth, our beloved youth, what entail in healthy relationship. You see, we can try to define to them, you can become sexually mature without sexual experience. It is possible to become sexually mature without sexually be experienced. Because if you experience that, then it comes with more risk. We can also advise our youth, it is good to make the good company in your life. It is good to choose the good company. The earlier the better, because you grow with that company, they help you develop. So our youth, here we want to introduce to them to the healthy traits of relationship. We cannot deny, they have to relate. We cannot deny. Now, it is good for our youth to mark that it is good to be accountable to somebody else. Never have a relationship with someone without be accountable to the third party. Either your parents, your teacher, your patron, it is good to be accountable. Msifiche relationship ambao mko nayo. Wacha mzazi anjue ama mtu mwingine anjue. By that you be becoming accountable. If I do this, I be asked by somebody else who has a higher authority than me. So it is good to be transparent with what we are doing. Tukue watu wa mwangaza. Na that one will guide us. Those are simply few which also them they can add. They know them.
How you can help them to build a healthy relationship? Do you have something to add?
I can say, before you make a decision, first, think twice. Because the saying goes, when the deal is too good, you think twice. There are those people that will come and entice you. They tell you good ones, because there are people who are dragged by those good ones, good terms. You are beautiful. Yes, tell the person that I know I'm beautiful. I'm wonderfully made. Make a concrete decision before indulging yourself into any relationship. And as the Reverend has said, be on the right. Let another person know that I'm dating so and so. I'm in a relationship with so and so. Because many youths tend to indulge themselves in relationship secretly. They don't want to bring it out. Even dating, they date in secret places. And that's why they will start indulging themselves into illicit sexual relationship, because they don't want other people to know. So even the dating places, they are secluded. They don't want others to know where they are. So do the things that you are doing on the right, and it will be safe.
Kiama, you are a student at Ebu University.
Yeah.
And there are all these sort of things. The relationship is a problem at the university.
Yeah, exactly.
Just tell us, what is it that which has kept you the way you are, and you can move on without saying that I know I'm on the right track?
You know, I like reading life books, as I said on the last. You know, because I realized that if you don't live with the knowledge, then you will lack wisdom. And when you lack wisdom, you will not know how to apply things in life. So I lead godly written books by experienced people, which guide me, knowing the real purpose of an intent thing, whether it is love, whether it is a relationship. So when I get into that, I know exactly what I'm functioning or what I'm to expect.
In other words, you engage your mind.
Yeah.
And by engaging your mind,
Yeah.
you are able to choose the right kind of relation to follow.
Exactly.
Timon, you're also a student. And I know there are a lot of influence from the other students whom you are together with at the university. What is it which has kept you that to date you can say, I am a peer counselor walking on the right direction?
Okay, first, I can say that I've been in so many things. I've been in unhealthy relationship.
You have been
I have run from my lesson.
Uh-huh.
And also I look for people who are ahead of me and see the path they took. How has it read to them? Zina affect IG is, if I want to relate to somebody who is a drunkard and nimeona kuna mtu anakuwa drunkard mahali and he is losing everything he has, so I will avoid this drunkard person and go for a better person. Because first I have learned from my own mistake.
You have learned from your own mistake.
Yeah.
I hope the youth are hearing from you. Grace, you went to college, ukamaliza college, now you are working.
Yeah.
What is it that helped you to pursue college? Now kupotelea huko.
Oh my goodness. It was bad actually. But there's something that leads me. Two wrongs will never make one right. So I was called Reverend actually.
In at the college?
Yeah, I was called Reverend. I remember in our hostel we had a rooftop. So when we were coming from classes, I would hear people say, "There is the Reverend." Like, well, you need to add the apostle. So be ready for mokari. But remember, two wrongs will never make one right. I'm sure we've been brought up well. So always hear what your parents have been telling you. My mom always told us. So I'm sure we have enough, as Nani said, as my brother said, that we have enough knowledge. So apply it, let it be wisdom, let it guide you. Whatever we have, right? Let us use it.
What
That's how
I'm
I
hearing
think-
from you
Yeah.
is that you need to maintain your dignity.
Exactly.
Maintain your dignity
Yeah,
and
and-
don't move
Yes.
with the current of the time.
Exactly. Do what is right, and please remember, two wrongs will never make one right.
Oh, my director is telling me that our time is almost over. So I want us to have our final word. Mchungaji Richard, just look at that camera. 20 seconds. Talk to the youth who are listening to you.
Okay. My viewers, and especially youth and those parents who are parenting youth, it is good you listen to the youth. Create time for them. Create time to find money, but now create time for your youth. Listen to them and counsel them in accordance to the word of God. And remember, always let your youth tell you who are the friends, know the friends they are working with, and God will bless you as you counsel him or her.
Thank you. Mishek.
Thank you. I can add by saying this, that majority don't always win. Let us not move with the majority. Let us first of all think about the consequences of unhealthy relationship. Thank you so much.
You have reminded me one person who told us when I was in college that mobility is madness. Your last word to the youth who are listening to you, Kema.
Okay, my last word is to tell the youths that everything has got its own purpose. So learn how to learn, study, have wisdom, apply, and of course you will be successful in life.
Thank you. Grace?
Yeah, always remember, ladies, you don't have to please anyone. It's for us to run, it's for them to chase us. So let us do what is right, and I'm sure we are going to make it.
You have said something. You know, yesterday nilipitia kwa bank nikakuta two ladies talking.
Yeah.
And one lady was telling the other one,
Yeah.
if you want a boyfriend with a car, buy yours.
Yes.
You meet at the parking.
Exactly. That's my point. Ama kwa jam.
Kama kwa jam. Okay. Haya, Timon is-
Okay, to the fellow youth is always know that you are an average of your 5 friends. So take all your friends, do the average, and you'll find who you are. Thank you.
And there's no good way of finishing the show with what our brother have said. You are an average of your 5 friends. Many have been said by this dear guest, and we want to appreciate them. Ours just to encourage the youth who are listening to us. Please, there is a season for everything under the sun. Tomorrow is coming. And do a thing that will not affect your future. God bless you. Let's connect again next week at time like this on Pillar TV. God bless you.